Greetings to all from the high desert. This is Desert Cat 45 on YouTube. I need you all to bear with me. This is my first video I'm posting on here. I'm doing a review on the Rock Island Armory model 1911 A1 45 caliber. It's the basic GI model, very plain Jane, which is the way I like it. This is an outstanding firearm and an excellent value. You can pick up one up from anywhere between like $390 all the way up into the like $400, $425, $450, depending on where you go. As I said, it's an outstanding value for the money, and it's one of the lower priced 1911s out there. But I picked this up just a couple of days ago, and I've put close to 700 rounds through it now, and not a malfunction that was the gun's fault. I use mostly the regular full metal jacket ammo, hardball, and not a problem. I had an issue with some of the magazines, but that was a magazine issue. And you know, each gun is different and particular about what magazines it likes or dislikes. But anyway, let's safety check the weapon, of course. Empty chamber, no magazine. It's basically very well made firearm. It's made in the Philippines, and it's an excellent value for the money. I can't keep emphasizing that. Just because it's lower priced doesn't mean it isn't any good. I have other 1911s cost 3 times as much as this firearm or more, and I like this better than any of them so far. The fit and finish is excellent. I detected no flaws. When I got it home, I disassembled it. If you do decide to pick one of these up, before you fire it, you must disassemble it and clean it, because they really use a lot of like a Cosmoline type protectant lubricant on it, and you need to get all that stuff out of there before you start to fire this weapon. But once you do that, it's excellent. I went over every square inch of this gun, and I couldn't find any flaws whatsoever. As you see, it's my favorite type of 1911, which is a plain Jane, no frills, just a basic GI model, which is like the way I like them. You know, a lot of people like to, you know, pimp their 1911s out, so it looks more like a pimpmobile than a firearm. But this is basic. It's reliable. I have had no problems with it. I live in a remote area in the high desert, up in the mountains, and I expose all my firearms to the extreme elements. I explore abandoned mines. I do urban exploration of ruins. I go up into the Jeep trails on the mountains near me in my Jeep. It's always out in a hot, sandy, windy, sometimes wet environment. I had it when it was almost freezing the other day, and I was shooting in the rain and the sleet a bit. And when I got home, I just cleaned it up extra, wiped it down, and I do that to all my firearms. I don't baby them. I don't abuse them like with the mud tests or throwing in the mud or anything like that. But it's you know, you gotta use your weapons for what they were designed for, and you know, you can't overly baby them. My firearms come with me out in the desert and in a Jeep, sometimes in an open Jeep, and I've been through dust storms, wind storms, rainstorms, you name it. When I get home, I clean it and lube it up really good, wipe it down. Never had any problem, never rust, nothing like that at all. That won't happen as long as you take proper care of them. But anyway, as you can see, the grips are nice. This is a wood, like a hardwood from the Philippines. I forget what it's called. But I did a lot of research on this, and all the 1911 forums that you can look up on the internet, everybody swears by these that has one. And I never really looked at them much because I always thought they were, you know, for the price they must be cheap. But I'm glad I really looked into this, because this is an outstanding value. I don't think there's a better value for the money out there in the firearms industry, especially in the 1911s. And I had no issues with this at all. I've had other issues with my Colts. I have a Smith & Wesson 1911. I had major issues with my Para Ordnance GI Expert, and pretty much all my other ones, and so have all my friends that are into 1911s, but I never ran into anyone that had a major issue with one of these. And if you do have an issue, I hear their customer service is excellent. There's a couple of guys that run this, I think they're in Nevada. One of them, I believe, is named Arnell, and I've never talked to them, but I know other people that have, and they say they're excellent. Excellent customer service, by far the best out there. And that's not just coming from me. You can check that out on all the 1911 forums on the internet. One is 1911, I think it's forum.org. Just type in 1911 forum into your web browser and see what pops up. And one is .org, one is .com. They're both real good, and you can find lots of information on there. Like I said, this is my first video, so it's pretty basic, just like this firearm. I live out in the high desert in New Mexico, and I live in a fairly rural area, not too isolated, but isolated enough, and I really love it out here. And as I said, this is my first video, and I'm going to be doing others, not just of firearms, but also of going out in the desert and going through the old abandoned mines and urban exploration, all the stuff that goes on out here. I'll be doing videos on, so just bear with me and I'll get them on there as soon as possible. Like I said, seriously, if you're in the market for a 1911, you can't go wrong with one of these, especially at the price. I'd rather have this than any of my other 1911s. And I suggest, save your money, get one of these, and make the difference up in ammo, and just shoot the hell out of it. And believe me, you'll be a better shot, and it'll save you some money, and overall, you'll love it. Trust me. Well, that's about it for now. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Desert Cat 45.